Hi, Heather. I don't know if this is the setting for the horizontal stream, but the way that the chat disappears. Hi, Bromilda. Hi, Chinche. Yer. I don't like that the chat disappears. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Mary. So, I originally set the link for 7, and I ended up getting caught up, but I'm like a few minutes away from the house, and I'm gonna park real quick. My intention is to pull some cards, but I guess it works out, even though I'm fucking late, because I didn't realize the time. I definitely didn't realize the time. I didn't realize that I'm like fucking 25 minutes late. Where where should I begin? First of all, I just want to say I hope everyone had a good day today. What's today? Today's Tuesday, right? Yes, today's Tuesday all day. I hope everyone had a good day. I hope everyone has had a smooth day, a smooth night. And yeah. So I don't like this time changing, girl. I saw it. Somebody sent me a meme. They sent me this a while ago, but I saw it recently in my inbox, and it said the hour that we lost was the hour I was gonna get my life together with. Yo, I was cracking up when I saw that shit. First of all, they sent me that shit like 3 months ago, but I just saw it like 2 days ago in the inbox. So I feel you. Ooh, I feel you. I feel you. I want to talk to you guys real quick. Real quick. First of all, shout out to the members. You guys bear with me, members, because I literally have a 3-part. It's like the first part is like 20 minutes, the second part is like 18 to 25 minutes, and then the third part is like damn near 45 minutes. So it's like a 3-part reading. I was gonna do it, I'm gonna upload them in parts for the members, and I was gonna do it like 1 part today, the next part tomorrow, like that. But honestly, I know when I consume content and somebody that I follow or somebody that I watch puts something that's in parts, bro, it's not like back in the days where you would watch a TV show and then have to wait a week for the next episode. We ain't got that no more. We not built for that no more. So like, I know how it feels when you like watch part 1 and then you itching for like part 2 to come out. So realistically, for the members, I think the 3 parts is gonna go up all in one day. It's loading right now, so if all 3 parts load by the end of the night, I'll just put them out for tonight. And if not, the latest by tomorrow by noon, the 3 parts should be up for the members. I got a story time, I got like a vlog style, and then we got a whole reading. So it's like a little bit of everything for the members. I just kind of wanted to throw that out there because the last reading or the last video that I put for the members really pulled on our emotional strings. I know a lot of you guys were really left in shambles and really concerned after the last video that we posted. So I really feel guilty for kind of dropping a bomb on you guys, but I wanted to make up for that. So I just want to let you guys know to look forward to 3-part thingamajigger coming up. It's good news, it's great news, it's pretty dope reading, so it's a good thing. Collectively though, for this reading, because I'm not trying to be on here for too long, so there's some things that I kind of want to talk about before I even get into the cards, because like I said, we're going to get into the cards tonight as soon as I get myself a little parking real quick. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about is how much is the membership? It depends on the tier. It depends on the tier, and honestly, I think when I started the memberships I had 3 tiers, and I think now I have 2. Yeah, you gotta on our page there should be a button that says join, and you can click on it. It won't join you right away. It'll give you like an option of which tier you want to join. The diamond tier basically just gets the personal readings and access to everything, meaning all the videos that we've ever done on this platform, all the lives, all the pre-recorded readings, and every single video that I've ever posted privately as far as memberships, and every single video I've ever posted in the last 5 or 6 years, when we were on Patreon, because we were on Patreon for a little while. For a little while, it was like 3 years we were on Patreon. So all of that content, Diamond members have access to that, plus a personal reading. And then I think the other membership gets access to all the readings that are coming out now, that we've put up ever since we've been on the membership, but they don't have access to all the OG stuff from when we were on Patreon. And they also don't have, they don't get the personal reading. I'm only doing personal readings with members who are on the Diamond membership. And off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure that's how I got it up right now. Don't quote me on that though. Like I said, if anybody who's interested, just look at the join button, and it'll tell you what we have available right now. But yeah, so we're gonna go right into it, right? Because somebody keeps, and I guess for the members, we'll break this, like I'll go into detail about the downloads that I'm gonna give you guys here, just because not trying to be on live for too long today. So we'll break it down on the memberships, because there's definitely a lot of context behind the downloads for tonight. So anyway, somebody feels like, yo, no matter what I do, shit don't let up. Like things kind of keep hitting the fan, or like no matter what I do, I keep getting tested, or things keep hitting a brick wall, so to speak. Like the overall energy is that someone feels like they can't catch a break. If that's been the energy and that's something that you resonate with, I don't think you're off, in a sense of, I don't think you're wrong. I think you're right. And I think that it's spirit that got you by the balls. And I think that it heavily feels like every time you go through something, it's like when you're in school and you're sitting in class and you hate class, right? You fucking hate science class, you hate social studies class, but you're sitting in this class and you hear the shit that's being taught, but you're not listening. That's the concept, right? You hear what the professor's saying, what the teacher's saying, you hear it, but you're not honing in. You're not locking down. You're not locking in. And so because the feeling overall is, it's almost like somebody is on one end saying, yo, I can't catch a break. And on the other end, spirit is like, yeah, bitch, and you're not gonna. My foot ain't coming off your neck. Until you learn this, until you see where you fucking up, or until you see and you catch yourself so that you don't keep repeating the same mistake, my foot ain't coming off your neck. For me, the way that this is coming in, the way that the download came in, is this is definitely something that is going on between somebody and spirit. Like this is something that's happening, and somebody keeps telling themselves at the end of the day, or at the end, every time something hits the fan, someone's telling themselves, yo, I just can't catch a break. Shit just don't let up. Like something at work, something at home, something with the kids, something with this guy, something with this woman, something. If there's always something, it's because there's something that you're missing. It's something that you're not latching onto. It's something that you may even be aware of, but because either you're in denial, or because you are, it's essentially denial. But I just feel like somebody may know that they're in denial, and they're in denial about being in denial, if that makes sense. Like somebody doesn't want to accept the fact that they themselves could have handled something differently. Somebody's in denial about the fact that they themselves could have went about things, approached things in a different way. Somebody's in heavy denial about the fact that they themselves, their actions, even if their intention is genuine, even if their intentions were pure and good-hearted, hi Unique, somebody's in heavy denial that they've played the biggest role in why things keep going sideways or keep hitting a brick wall in their own life. For some of you, if this is coming off as like in regards to like your children, there's something that either you and the child is disconnected, or you and the other parent is disconnected, and for whatever reason you can't catch a break. Every time you feel like you're getting over the hump, there's something that it just doesn't work out, it doesn't let up, and you keep thinking to yourself like, damn, what the fuck? Like, every time I try to approach this, no matter how I try to approach this, no matter if I'm sassy, no matter if I'm indifferent, if, you know, no matter how I am, no matter how I approach this, I keep coming up with the same, I keep getting met with the same energy. I keep running into the brick wall. It feels like a brick wall, essentially. But that's because there's something about the approach you're coming into this with that needs to be changed, or you need to refrain from doing. You hear the alarm on one of the cars that I'm passing? Because my OGs know what that means. For some of you, this is coming off as like, this could even be playing out at work. This could definitely be playing out at work. Yeah, this could definitely be playing out at work. There's something that you're trying to get to. There's something you're trying to attain. Even if you work for yourself. Like, even if you work from home, or if you're in some type of entrepreneurial thing, there's something here that you're trying to reach. There's something that you're trying to hit. There's a pivot that you're trying to get to. And for whatever reason, you keep missing the mark. Again, this goes back to the same thing. There's a lesson here that you keep, it's not even bypassing, you keep overlooking. And it feels like you're overlooking it because they're showing me a Two of Swords. So it's the energy of, it's not that I'm missing it. I see it. I feel the tug every time I pass it, or it screams at me every time I walk by it. The thing is that I don't want to admit it. I don't want to acknowledge it. And so I keep moving past it. I keep skating past it. I keep, like, I'm avoiding it. It's essentially somebody's avoiding something. The thing is, I feel like whoever I'm tapping into you're not typically somebody who is an avoidant. You don't typically avoid conflict, or you don't typically, you know, swallow your tongue so that you can avoid something from hitting the fan. That's not typically in your disposition. That's not typically the way that you operate. But for whatever reason, in this particular situation, whatever it is that got you hitting the brick wall, you keep approaching it in a way where you're dismissing something that needs to be addressed. And so you're and if you keep overlooking this, you're gonna end up in the personality, or in the essence of like an avoidant energy. You don't want that. That's not conducive. It's never conducive. And then there was something else that I was like tapping into, which was so interesting to me, because right before what made me realize that I was like about to be late, or was late for the live, was because I ended up, when I was driving, and then I kind of was like in the zone, and I was thinking about something, and I remember thinking to myself, I gotta share this with the collective. But then I caught myself, and I was like, I don't think I'm ready to share it with the collective. I think I'm gonna actually just share it with the members. And then I kind of like was going back and forth about it for like 10 minutes, literally, as I was driving. So I want to share that because I feel like that in itself holds some type of resonance for the collective, where you're going back and forth on something. There's something that you want to address, or there's something here that you want to explore, there's something here that you want to reference, and it almost comes off as, it's like the Knight of Wands energy. It's heavily like the Knight of Wands. Somebody's going back and forth on this. They're debating, but somebody's doing, and I mean, I guess somebody could be doing this with someone else, like going back and forth on a decision. That's not going to be for the most part. For the most part, the message comes off as somebody's doing this debating internally. Somebody's going back and forth. Should I say this? Should I approach this? Should I address this? Etc. So that in itself is a message. And there's something else, right? So, collective. I can't, I'll be at a loss for words, genuinely, right? Because there's just certain things that I can't subscribe to. Like, I can't fuck with it. I tell y'all all the time. I've said it all the time. I've said it for the better part of my whole life. I'm not a girl's girl. I'm just not. Like, I'm a woman's woman all the way through and through. But I digress. Like, I'm not a girl's girl specifically when it comes to stupid bitches. I can't do it. Can't subscribe. It's not my thing. It's not my cup of tea. I don't like it there. There's no comfort for me in that space. And so certain things popped up, especially like this last day or so, and it was interesting the way that certain things played out, because I knew immediately, oh, I gotta talk to Collective about this, right? But it really bothers me because I just feel like where we are as a collective and just how much work we've put in collectively, especially with doing all the work, the healing, the self-preservation, the fucking personal development, all these things, just to know that we're still here or we're revisiting this energy, it really pisses me the fuck off. So I didn't even really want to even step into this. However, I just can't call it, right? I genuinely can't call it. So I don't know what somebody got going on in their life. I mean, I guess things like this would still be happening because you don't got enough going on in your life. It gotta be that, because you gotta be real bored. You gotta be a real lowlife to be entertaining yourself, or not even I mean, I don't even know if entertaining yourself is the right word, but you gotta be a real miserable motherfucker to be tapping in, to be tuning in to people that you don't fuck with. That, first of all, that's broke bitch shit. Like, there's no way. There's not enough hours in the day for me to get online on any app. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Fucking Lemon8, whatever the fuck y'all using. POF, all the things. There's never there's no way in hell you're gonna pay me to take time out of my day, type in somebody's name that I don't fuck with, and then me stay tapped in, me listen, or me watch, or me zoom in on people's photos that I don't fuck with. Sit there and watch people's lives, people's videos, their content, whatever the way. First of all, this is not only broke bitch antics, and I'm saying that even if I'm talking to a man, because men do this too. Like, for some of y'all got exes who you never thought watch you. You would have thought these motherfuckers didn't even know really how to utilize social media. And you'd be surprised to know how many fake pages they got under their belt and just how up to date they be with you. Promise you. So this is, when I say bitches, I'm not just talking about women. I'm talking about males as well. You got to be real miserable to even have the time, because that's the shit that bothers me. Like, where you got I don't have the time to sit there and be worried about the people that I don't fuck with, or people that I know I can't learn from, or people that I know I don't like, especially like in real life. I don't fuck with them. So why would I put myself in a position where now I'm sitting there wasting my time, especially if they do content creation, because that I really never understood. So it's not just like you're bothering yourself and putting yourself in a position to watch somebody you don't like and see what they're posting on Instagram, but you're wasting your fucking time and making them, you're contributing to their bag if they do content creation. So you're sitting there, you're tuning in, like I said, to their lives, to anything, scrolling. Like, people who watch my story on Instagram and don't fuck with me, I can't explain it. I can't call it. I might spoil it. But listen, by all means, my page is always public because I get paid through Instagram. So I invite everybody, all the weirdos, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't understand. And it's been heavy, especially in this last, this last 2 days. This has been coming up. And not in my personal life, but just collectively. there's certain things that transpired that is just made me do a what? Like what you mean? You know what I'm saying? And every time it happened, because it happened like on 3 different occasions in the last 24 hours. Every time something got brought up along these lines, I thought to myself, oh, this is not me. This is like, I got to talk to the collective about this. So I don't know if I'm talking to somebody in the collective. Maybe that's why it's triggering me. Am I talking to somebody in the collective who's doing this? Stop doing that. Like, we've done so much fucking work. What are you doing for real? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't. And if you find yourself doing this, right? Like, really, truly sit there. Like, don't front on yourself. Like, be for real. Be honest with yourself about why you're doing this. And 9.5 times out of 10, if you really being honest with yourself, it's because you got too much motherfucking time on your hands. You're not busy enough. It's like they say, women who are be on their men's asses, like when they're in relationships and shit, you got too much time on your hands. Why are you consumed with what he's doing 24/7? Why? You're not busy enough? You don't got enough going on with your kids? Or kid? Your job? No? Learn new recipes. Like, I don't take up knitting or something. Like, you got too much time on your hands. And this could be like an overall message too, because you got too much time on your hands and you need to start with that time that you have. Because somebody's saying too, like, I don't got time for this. I don't got time for this. I don't got time for this. But really, you're putting that into the universe. You're saying you don't got time, you don't got time, you don't got time. You're too busy, you're too busy, you're too busy. You're blocking your own blessings. Because you keep saying to the universe, I'm too busy. And so anything that's coming in or that would have normally come in to bless you, to bless your pockets or whatever, whatever type of, energy this is, you're blocking it. Because you keep saying, I'm too busy. I don't have the time. We're going to pull some cards. Right? The light, I'm going to use light a little bit, but it really don't make no difference. I'm going to pull some cards, and then I'm going to wrap this up, because when I tell y'all, the way I've been fiending for some pollo guisado, okay? The Hierophant in the reverse. What was I saying before I saw the Hierophant in the reverse? And the Hierophant is not in the reverse. I'm looking at the deck in the reverse. Oh, yes. Judgment in the reverse. I'm looking at the deck in the reverse. Because if I turn it, it'll be fine. But the way I saw it was in the reverse. And so somebody could be stressed out. Somebody's stressed out because of an ex. And even if you the one that left the person, it's like somebody may have moved on. Somebody may have moved on, and whether you're the one that left that person or not, somebody feels super triggered by the fact that someone has moved on. The Hierophant in the reverse. Either way, like I said, you got too much time on your hands. You got too much time on your hands. I don't really know how else to put that. Yeah, you got too much time on your hands. 5 of Cups. Somebody's in a lot of regret about something that they did prematurely. Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You did something prematurely. You may have made a decision on temporary emotions, and the decision that you made now has to be permanent because somebody has moved on, if this is a romantic thing. This could be business too. You passed up an opportunity because you felt like I'm too busy. But really what you were doing was sitting there scrolling on TikTok, mindlessly scrolling on TikTok for fucking 3 hours out of your day, doing nothing, not getting paid to scroll. And you kept saying, well, I'm too busy. I ain't got the time. I don't got the capacity. So you passed up an opportunity. You missed out. You fucked up. You fucked up because now it feels like the opportunity is no longer available to somebody. So with the 5 of Cups, somebody's going to be in real heavy regret about that. Did I tell y'all I've been fiending for some pollo guisado? Yo, I put that meat today earlier. It's been sitting there for like about 6 hours. Now when I go inside, put some, you learning, pimp squeak? You learning, darling. Put some white rice on real quick. I should stop and get avocate, but I don't know if they got that in the store over here. And I don't want to go to the supermarket. The Magician. The Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody may be stressed out or stressing the fact that they had to pass up an opportunity. And Spirit is literally saying, the opportunity came to you once. You can either manifest, excuse me, I burped. You can either manifest a brand new opportunity, or the opportunity wasn't for you. Somebody passed up on something that they wanted to do. They didn't want to pass up on the opportunity. But something internally was making, like, there was something that was like, yo, pass this up. Like, you're not ready for this. You don't have the capacity for this, or you don't know enough yet to do this. Like, pass it up. Something was forcing you to pass up an opportunity, and you've been kicking yourself in the ass about it. The reason why you were forced to pass it up is because it wasn't in alignment for you to begin with. Anything that's for you, it never passes you. And so if you pass up the opportunity, you're still going to have other opportunities coming to you that are actually in alignment for you. But there's still work, the Hermit card, Virgo energy, there's still work on yourself that you need to do. There's still shit that you need to progress. There's still shit that you need to learn. There's still things that you may not know that you need to, like, take part in before you can have any type of opportunities popping up, because the world is here. Something also needs to be closed out before you can start opening up certain opportunities, or before you can become open enough to certain opportunities. Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. The Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles. The Sun. Somebody, look what the Four of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. See that? Four of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. This is somebody manifesting something that's not in alignment for them. You see the rat? This is somebody who was trying to force something. If this is romantic, this is you trying to force a connection that's not in alignment. This is you manifesting an opportunity with a partner that is not in alignment with you. You could have been fucking, even if this wasn't intentionally being done, you could have been romanticizing a partner that actually isn't in alignment for you. You guys don't like the same things. You guys don't believe in the same things. You guys don't even fucking like each other for real. Somebody manifested an opportunity, and somebody's gonna reap what they sow. The King of Wands and the Devil right here. See that? Somebody manifested. I shouldn't even be laughing, because real talk, this ain't even funny. King of Wands is super impulsive, super immature. The motherfucker don't think. He don't. With the Devil. This is somebody who has, like, toxic habits. First of all, the card. Face down. What card is this? That's the Ace of Cups. Somebody fell in love with someone. Somebody fell in love with the idea of someone. And I think that's why somebody's still struggling to let go, to move on. Four of Pentacles. I saw the Four of Pentacles. This is why you're never going to be happy with someone, because this is not your person. Listen, people can change. I believe that wholeheartedly. As much as I've changed, yeah, it's a know me 20 years ago. Yeah, it's a know me. If I can change, there's no way that I could sit here and be like, change is impossible, right? So change is definitely possible. Maybe not for everyone, but change is definitely a possibility, right? So people can change. Because and I'm saying this because somebody's like, oh, this person made mistakes, but this person can change. Things can work. Things can be better. You're not wrong. This person can change. Things can work. Things could be better. They could be, but they won't be. Because if somebody isn't for you, they're just not for you. It just is what it is. It's the timeline. It's the alignment. If it's not yours, it's not on your time, it's not in alignment with you, it's never going to be that. Nothing you can do can make that be a thing. I feel like somebody's in denial. Yes. It feels like somebody's in heavy denial. Somebody is like it almost feels like a kid catching a tantrum, which goes along and it coincides with the King of Wands energy. King of Wands is definitely in the position of like catching a tantrum like a child. Somebody's making me feel like, but I want this one. And Spirit is like, but this ain't for you. Don't give a fuck what you want. It's not yours. You can't have it. Nothing you do, no amount of tricks, no amount of backflips, no vagina throws out pixie dust, like nothing you're gonna be able to do, collective. Just, no matter how bad you think you want it. Because that's the thing, is you always think you want something. And if you grow up and you allow the universe to work the way it's supposed to, and you ever end up getting the thing that's in alignment for you, you always figure out, you always feel, you always learn immediately, almost instantaneously, oh, this is why all of that never worked. Because this what I have here, this is for me. But you have to be a grown-up. You have to be mature. There's a level of maturity that comes with that. They keep making me feel like they keep going like this to me. It's like a level. You can't, there's no, somebody hasn't learned. Somebody keeps, and then I came in with this download of somebody keeps going through this, hitting the same brick wall. They keep going against all odds. They feel like it's me against the world. If you say that to yourself, I've said this for years on this platform. If you go around saying, fuck it, me against the world, I trust nobody, you're a fucking moron. You're doing it to yourself. You keep manifesting and you keep orchestrating the energy of having to fight every fucking step of the way. It's in your own words, me against the world. Little old, tiny old little me against the big ass universe. Me against the world. You are manifesting that. It's work, love, family, friendships, businesses, just growth, ascension. It's always going to come that much more harder for you because you yourself are putting out that energy. Me against the world. I don't trust no one. Fuck everyone. There's something here that someone is doing something. I don't know if this is romantic. I don't know if this is a business. I don't know what this is. The thing that you're doing, other people, they can't resonate. They can't fall in line. They're having a really hard time falling in line. They're struggling with this. They don't see why. Like why you keep putting something into this energy. Why you keep wasting certain energy. This is the feeling. It's like people are like very clueless. They're very confundida as to why you and not them. They're gonna die on that hill. They're gonna die on that hill. It's gonna always be why you and not me. It's gonna always be that. For people who have that mentality, that's not gonna change. And very seldom does it change, and it takes a lot of work for it to change. When because somebody's making me, this is somebody who operates like, they say things like, well, this is just who I am. All right, bitch, well, you're gonna always be that way. You're gonna always have those struggles. You're gonna always be in that space. But I mean, if it works for you, cool. Because whoever's walking around saying, well, this is just how I am, It's the same motherfucker that's walking around saying, but why I keep hitting the same brick wall? I wonder why. I wonder why. Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. I wonder why. I genuinely feel like someone feels like they're at their end with something. This could even be depression, heavy depression. Somebody's really fucked up emotionally behind something. And I feel like it's not something. I feel like it's everything combined. Like someone feels like they just can't catch a break. They genuinely feel like they're at their end with certain things. And Spirit is like, bro, so am I. Because I keep trying to tell you how you fucking up. How you doing shit. You're doing the same thing over and over and over, and you're expecting things to be different. I'm just as frustrated as you are. You tired of hitting the same brick wall? I'm tired of putting out every detour to get you to avoid that same brick wall. And yet here we are. Somebody's behavior is nasty. I'm not even talking about like belching and farting, and I'm not even talking about nasty like that. I'm talking about like nasty, like your attitude is disgusting. Like this is, for example, a woman who is severely masculine in her energy. Like, cause I'm an Aquarius. I'm a sun sign Aquarius, and so I'm naturally masculine energy, right? But I guess what helps me is the fact that my moon and my rising is both in feminine energy with Cancer and Taurus. So it helps me a little, you know what I mean? It helps me like have a balance, because I was just about to say, like, I can be all the way masculine. I can lead. We can make it all the way to the finish line and cross that twice. That's how masculine my energy is. I'm all the way like that for real. But I'm tapping into somebody who's masculine in the wrong ways. Like this is like I'm unhealed. My masculinity comes out because I'm unhealed. Whoever I'm tapping into. Because it comes off as being nasty. Like, and the only people you're going to ever resonate with are people who are just like you. In a sense where there's no growth. There's no progress. There's no ascension. You're never going to get anywhere with that. Like you're going to always circle in the same toilet. You're going to always be circling the same circumference in the same toilet bowl. Like that's just as far as you're going to get. Because people who have access to opportunities, this is what networking is, right? And not just with business, but just in general, right? You grow as a person, you have new experiences as a person, you reach new heights as a person. Your integrity, your love, your compassion, your healing, your ascension, like all those things are supposed to intensify and evolve. And whoever I'm tapping into is nasty. Like Spirit keeps telling me you're getting nowhere because you're nasty. Your personality is, and you can be beautiful. You can be a quote unquote bad bitch. Every time females describe themselves as that, like I always talk about Rihanna because I like some of her music, but like she was the staple of like good girls gone bad. That shit, I don't know why y'all think that shit is cute, because it's genuinely is not. Somebody sent me a meme. I just saw it the other day, but again, they sent me this shit months ago. I'm gonna post this shit actually on Instagram. I'm gonna schedule it out. But the meme hit home for me because somebody sent it to me and they literally said in the DM, like, yo, when I read this, I thought of you because you always say this. So back in like 20 whatever, when Rihanna was going through that whole good girl gone bad shit, she was the one that started, like, she shaved the head and was like, fuck men, get money, this is what we doing, right? Which to a certain degree I agree, but too much of anything is not good, right? So she started with the whole wearing lingerie, being half naked outside, doing all these things, and then calling it women's liberation and shit, right? It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, and I'm not even gonna argue about that. But the meme basically said, like, oh, this generation of men don't even appreciate like women wearing lingerie. A woman made the post, and then a man commented and said, well, it's kind of hard to appreciate something that we have access to every day. Like, y'all wear the lingerie to go grocery shopping now. Y'all wear it to go mini golfing. Y'all wear it to like Y'all walking around half naked. So what we're supposed, you're not preserving anything. And so what are we supposed to be appreciating when we have it and access to it everywhere? You know what I'm saying? And so it was just that one little dialogue, that one little piece of the dialogue, but it spoke loud. It spoke volumes to like the message that I'm trying to invoke even now, today in this reading, because it comes across somebody, they keep saying like somebody's nasty, like somebody is, they could be beautiful on the outside, but their attitude is disgusting. Nobody wants to deal with them. Like people don't even, I see this a lot with women who have kids. And this is why a lot of times women get the notion of like being bitter baby moms. This is why a lot of times women get that title, because so many women, and I don't even think it's all the way fully the woman's fault. I mean, obviously every situation is different. But when a woman has had to be so masculine for so long and she becomes bitter because of it, it's almost like she doesn't even know how to wiggle her way out of it, or that she doesn't even know how to turn the switch on and off, you know? And I see it a lot where women, just recently I had a situation that went on, not even recently, this was like several months ago. There was a situation that went on and somebody was like, there was a woman that was telling me like, you know, she was with somebody for a really long time, and then they ended up having a kid. And then after the kid was born, the guy cheated. The woman had already cheated too, like way before the baby was born. They decided to stay together. After the baby was born, the guy cheated, right? There was a situation, there was a conversation with me and the woman said to me, like, I can't believe he did that. Like, I can't believe he cheated. I'm like bitter. I'm pissed off. I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm all these things. And I told her, like, you have to understand that even though he forgave you, you opened that door first. Number one, you have to take accountability for that. Number two, because when you were playing around, even though there wasn't a child involved, you don't get to say, collective, I always say this, you don't get to slap somebody and then on the hand, and then when they hit you back and come back and take your whole arm, you don't get to say how people get their get back. Or you don't get to say how people come back and retaliate to the shit that you've done. So yes, you know, because you did it first, even though he stood with you, or even though he quote unquote forgave you, you take it with a grain of salt. You have to take accountability for the fact that you opened that door first. That's number one. Whether he chose to do it right after you did it, whether he chose to do it to you in your face every time, you know, he was on his own, or whether he chose to wait till you had a fucking kid to then play in your face, like, however he decided to do it, you can't really, you gotta really be accountable for your part. You started it, right? You opened that door. That's number one. Number two, because you walk around and you do it in front of him, behind him, under him, to his family, in front of his family, you say it to his family members, like, you walk around like you're so independent, you don't need him. You don't give a fuck if he's around or not. Then, you know, you kind of putting yourself in a lose situation here, because at some point the man is gonna turn around and say, well, the bitch don't need me anyway, so what am I doing here? And in that sense, you would have to be prepared to actually act on the masculinity that you've been living out. And I know it sounds good in theory, right? But when shit actually hits the fan, you're not really gonna be too happy about it. It's just the way that things go, you know? And I'm not saying that he's not at fault, and I'm not, you know, in that particular situation. And I'm saying her and him because this is something that played out in my life. Not in my life, but like somebody that I, you know, people that I work with and stuff. And so I've had these conversations, but the truth can be the other way around too. You know what I'm saying? A man could have cheated on a woman. The woman could have stayed with him after whatever popped off. How the woman decided to move after the fact, whether she actually forgave and moved on, or she forgave and decided she was closed off. Like, you can't decide how people gonna deal with the shit that you've done to them and put them through. You can't make those decisions. You have to be accountable for your role always when you're dealing with other people, when you're dealing with anybody, even a stranger on the street. You know what I'm saying? I always say that. And so I went into this whole tangent because, again, there's somebody who has operated from this really masculine space. It feels like a woman to me because I feel like the masculinity, not that it's inappropriate, but like it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like someone's like main energy. Like it doesn't feel like that's, as a woman, that isn't necessarily your disposition coming into something. That's something that you learn how to be. It's like, think of when you first get with somebody, right? With a partner, man or woman, right? As a woman, when you first go into a relationship, and I'm saying this as a woman because I am a woman, I can't speak from a male's perspective, but women, especially the smart ones, we go in understanding that there's a whole phase of butterflies and lies. I always talk about that too, right? Like, obviously in the beginning it's the honeymoon phase. Things always the greatest in the very beginning. It's up to you as a whole adult to have and utilize your discernment, because things are not going to stay as picture perfect as they are in the first few months when you're dealing with somebody. They're going to put forward, it's like when you first meet somebody or when you go on a job interview, you're going to wear your best attire because you want you want to make a good first impression. It's the same concept. When you deal with somebody, whether it's a friend, whether it's a job, you know, when you first start a job, you go to the job, you're on time, you're punctual, you're all the things, you're nice to your coworkers, you're all the things. But once you're like 2 months in, 3 months in, and you start to get comfortable and you start to see how they move, you know, in the office or whatever setting it is, naturally things shift, things change, right? So it's the same concept, whether you're dealing with people in a work environment or in a romantic setting. But somebody is making me feel like they're still bitter because what they were promised or what they were sold wasn't actually that, didn't turn out to be that. And the thing is, that brick wall that somebody, because I know if it sounds like if you resonate with any of this, you're following along. But if this doesn't resonate for you, you feel like I just said 10 different stories. That's just what it breaks down to, because this is all coinciding. This whole message from the very beginning, before I even pulled any cards, it all coincides. My readings usually go this way, but there is somebody here who is still bitter because of something that happened initially when they first met, or when they first did this, when they first signed the contract, when they first signed an emotional, spiritual contract. It's something along those lines. It's like, you said things were going to be this way, this way, this way, this way. This is not how it is. This is not how it turned out. And someone's still carrying that bitterness, or someone is carrying that bitterness, and it's going to keep leading them to the same brick wall. Because yes, you're right. They didn't stick to their contract. They didn't stick to their word. They didn't stick to the promises that they gave you in the fucking beginning phase, the butterflies and lies phase. And they're wrong for that, but that's their karma to deal with. Your karma comes where your discernment, when they said this and this and this was going to be this way, and this and this and this didn't go that way, but then you still stood there trying to hold them to the word that they already broke. You can't go on for 10 years doing the same thing. What are you saying for real? Because now you're going in the same, and again, when I was talking about the avoidant energy too, like, there's no way you're going through the same thing, even if it's in different fonts, for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, even 10 months. You know as a human when something doesn't feel right to you. And as an adult, because kids do it. Kids are so innocent before they're traumatized, because all kids have some type of trauma. I don't care what nobody says, but before you're traumatized as a child, kids in the beginning are super innocent. That's why they're so direct. You ever hear a kid say, like, tell someone, oh, they're overweight? Not like that, but they'll say it. Maybe it might even come off rude, but it's because they're so blunt, because they're so innocent. They don't. It's up to you, collective. It's up to you as an adult to have that discernment and utilize that shit. When people say one thing and then they deliver something different, it's fucked up on their part, but that's their karma. It becomes your karma when you decide to look the other way and act like you're still being owed something, because no one owes you shit. People are gonna deal with you however they see fit, depending on their trauma, their life, their ascension, where they are on their journey. They're gonna deal with you at their own comprehension, at their own level. And if they've done no work in personal development, they're gonna meet you right there. Okay? It's up to you what you allow to continue, what you cut off, and at what standard you're holding certain people. And not just romantic partners, not just people at work. This also ties into people in your own family. Like, you know how many times people be like, oh, but that's your sister, oh, but that's your cousin, oh, but that's your parent. Fuck that and fuck them. You're not fucking with my peace. You're not gonna sit here, sell me a pipe dream, and I'm just gonna let you rock with it because you my uncle. Can't help you. Because in the sense that you do that, it's like if you cheat for one, you gotta cheat for all of them. And if you make those excuses for one family member, you gotta make those excuses for all the family members. It ends up being a domino effect. And so you want to live your life that way, or you want to actually grow, you want to actually ascend, you want to actually heal, you want to actually move past certain shit. Because and I'm saying this whole like 40 minutes is because somebody's dealing with something that they've probably been holding on to since childhood. If this is like a romantic thing, this is something that's been going on from the beginning. This isn't you've been with this person 10 years and in the last 2 years this person's a dick. No, there was flags that you purposely avoided in the very beginning. I've been telling y'all. When people have ill intentions, their mask can't be worn past 3 months. Past the 3-month mark, their mask cannot stay on. The glue is already dead. Like, the mask falls off. Whether you are going to hold them accountable and hold yourself accountable is a different question. Because I feel that that's a heavy thing for the collective. Somebody's walking around too, talking about they have a love child, they have a love child, they have a love child. They're miserable. I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to here, because the way that just came in is almost like class was in session and somebody passed by the classroom right before the bell let up and somebody poked their head in and said, yo, and don't forget. That's the energy that just popped up right now. Because somebody's like, yo, somebody's walking around with another somebody's walking around with another baby on their hip, claiming that that's their love child. They're fucking miserable. They're miserable. Because the partner that they had that love child with is taking them through a fucking circus. It's a whole bozo show going on. The thing is, I don't even want to go into this because I'll be on here for another fucking 3 hours. Y'all saw how triggered I was one of the last readings when we were doing live miss still. I don't even want to go into it again, but because it kind of feels like that. Like a few weeks ago, we were tapping into an energy of somebody who was in something. It wasn't good. They finally got the audacity to walk out of it and ended up walking into something that was fucking worse. It's that energy again. But the way that they just sprinkled that on at the end was crazy to me, because I just put the cards away. I'm ready to lock up. I'm already thinking like another 20 minutes and I could take my fucking gisao out. That meat is gonna be so soft. I'm gonna be so lit. I'm gonna be so with the itis. I'm going the fuck to sleep early today. I just gotta make some rice. I got plans, bro. I'm ready to go. And Spirit is like, wait, hold on. Throw some PB salsa on this motherfucker right here because somebody got you fucked up. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. But whoever this is, this could be somebody who's tapping into my shit randomly, sporadically. This could be somebody who's new on the platform. Watching me. I don't know. I don't know what this could be somebody who's just now realizing, oh, this is what I'm doing. So you could have been doing this for a while, but you're just now realizing, holy shit, this is she's talking to me, you know? Because I feel that every time I bring something like that up, I feel like somebody's sitting there like holy shit, you know, like, and you could be sitting there watching me by yourself, and if you feel that, it's because that spirit telling you like you're ready to be accountable. That you're ready to be in the past you didn't want to recognize it. You were being avoided toward it. But now for whatever reason, it don't even matter what the fucking reason is, you're ready to be accountable. That's another thing too that I want to say before I close this out. I know I could be mad harsh on here. I give this in real life. I just want to say that because I've had like 3 different conversations in the last like few weeks. And I just recently had a conversation with somebody over the weekend, a woman, and she was like, bitch, you give this in real life. Like, you to be your friend, like, and I've always known this, somebody to be close to me, like as a woman to be close to me, because the men don't got it easy with me. my foot is always on their neck. Like it just is what it is. Like if you see a man who's cordial with me, super cordial, the better we get along, the more tighter my grip is around their neck. I promise you. That's why a lot of fuckboys be in my space. Like, I'm not even talking about romantically, that too, but I'm talking about like friend wise. Like a lot of my close friends are fuckboys, and it's because of that, because my ability to be able to keep my foot on their neck. But anyway, somebody was telling me recently, like, you give this in real life with women, especially with women. And for women who are not there yet, they'll hide. They'll literally hide their hand. They literally won't. I say this to you guys all the time. My own sister won't tell me whatever every relationship got problems. Nobody's perfect, right? Whatever my sister and my brother-in-law go through, I have no idea. You know why? Because my sister, she knows how I am. So she won't tell me. You feel me? My best friends are the same way. My very best friend, the bitch that I would drop in front of a bullet for this woman in a fucking nanosecond, no questions asked. This woman and I speak every like 2 months. Because first of all, we grown. So there's no, I'm not in the position of like I speak to my friends every single day. Bitch, I got a life, I got kids, I got businesses, I got things, I got people, I got stuff, right? So I don't speak to nobody every day but my own fucking child, and my mom for the most part. But friends wise, like me and my best friend, we don't even speak every day. We can't, because she knows, there's certain things that and I know to give her the space, obviously, to make the mistakes she's gonna make. I don't judge you, but I ain't gonna sit there and enable you either. You feel me? So anyway, somebody was telling me that recently, like, you give this in real life. Like most women are afraid to like get close to you because of this reason. A lot of women are not ready to look in the mirror and see the shit that they be about. But that bothers me still to this day. Like in the past, it didn't bother me because I didn't give a fuck. I wasn't, I hadn't been doing the healing yet. So I didn't give a fuck before. Now I do give a fuck in a way, but it's like I'm learning that the women that are ready are the ones that gravitate toward me. And so the women that aren't ready, they just won't gravitate toward me yet. Because any woman that's supposed to be in my life, or I'm supposed to learn from, or they're supposed to learn from me, I just feel naturally like they get it. They understand. Like I'm harsh with them, but it's not like I'm harsh with them because I'm judging them. I'm harsh with them because I don't give a fuck if you're older than me, bitch. I'm your bigger sister. Like, I love you. I know what it is that you know what I'm saying? I've been there. I did it. Don't do it. You smart. You not dumb. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I love these kids. Don't put these kids through this shit. Don't do it. You feel me? So I know I come off very aggressive, but like, it's always from a place of love. I just had to say that because literally somebody was literally telling me, bitch, you give that for real. Like, she was literally telling me, like, I love you to death because you give that. But let's not get it misconstrued. You give that for real. This is really how you are in real life. I know. Maybe I should work on that, but really no, because it works for the people it's supposed to work for. Anyway, I love you guys. My bad. I know today I was late. I don't know how I set the shit for 7 and went live at like 7:30. Because what? My mind is everywhere. Like I said, members, shout out to all the members. Shout out to all the OGs. Yo, the last like 2 months, the way shit has been, the members really held me the fuck down. Like, doing the content for the members really put me in a position where it helped me more than I could have imagined. It's crazy how that happens. I'm still out of commission with this damn phone. I'm not even live on it right now. Go figure. But so a lot of you have been sending me messages, text messages. I can't see them. But for those of y'all who have been reaching out via social media, every few days I look online to try to like see more or less, the messages that are coming in, because my phone is still on some bullshit. So like the text messages I do get, I won't even see it till like a few hours later, which I feel like that's normal for me. I'm really bad at texting anyway, so I don't know. Either way, I love you guys. I hope everyone has a good rest of their week. I don't think we'll be live I don't foresee myself doing more lives this week. But then again, today was an impromptu, so I don't know. It is what it is. This year, Live Miss, we got a rain check. We got a rain check. There's too much going on behind the scenes. I'm working. It's not like I'm not working. It's just there's other things that popped up that I just didn't foresee happening. And I'm just trying to keep my ducks in a row is what I'm trying to do. So I love you guys. I fuck with you guys the longest way. Shout out to everybody who tapped in. Shout out to everybody who hit the like button. And shout out to everybody who has been sending me messages, because so many of you guys have been like, yo, are you okay? Do you need anything? Anything, like, let me know. Like, it's super dope. I hope everyone has a good holiday. I don't know if I'm gonna see you guys for the holidays. Christmas is not, this time of the year is not really good for me. A lot of y'all know the last time I see my brother was on Christmas before he passed away on New Year's. So it's just, this window is just not good for me anyway. I think that's also another reason why I'm like, I gotta step away from the content. Sure, no problem. Like, I'm not even fighting it at this point. The OGs know this is something I would have normally fought. I'm just like, yo, it is what it is. Fuck it. I got to put my energy elsewhere. That's what we doing. I'm not even questioning it. So, it is what it is. But I got to get inside because I'm starving. It's already getting late. Damn, it's already getting late. I'll see you guys soon, like I said. And like I did today, I'm going to try to set the... When we do go live again in the next week or so, I'm going to try to set the live at least an hour in advance. Try to keep doing that. And if the notification bell didn't go off for you, unsubscribe and subscribe back to the channel. That's the only thing that's helped for the people who have had that happen. Because a lot of y'all have said y'all weren't getting notifications. YouTube is funny style like that, especially since I haven't been so consistent. And again, like I said, for the millionth time, the members, you guys got a 3-part novela coming your way. So yeah, shout out to all my Sagittariuses. Shout out to all my Sagittariuses, yo. Sagittarius season is doing a big one. I definitely gotta say that, for sure. I love you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one.